Hi, welcome to Schulte Sweetie's Homeschool YouTube channel. My name is Stephanie and I'm a mom of 3 girls ages 12, 9, and 6. So we are finishing up our 7th year of homeschooling and about to start our 8th, and this is my review of the curriculum that we used for kindergarten. Now something about my daughter who is in kindergarten, she has actually done kindergarten twice. We actually started her in kindergarten because of the public virtual school that we are in for her to receive services like speech. We started her when she could qualify for kindergarten, but we actually held her back or retained her to do kindergarten again through the program, but that has not held us back necessarily for moving her along in her curriculum. But there are some things that she's further along in and some things we've kind of been repeating or things like that. So here is what we have used and switched and all sorts of things. So we started out the school year with Math with Confidence, Level K, and I don't know how far we got, probably over halfway, but we were bored. She was bored and it was a struggle. I did not love this program because this is the teacher's guide, so big, and the workbook was fine. She was doing it fine and she was doing the lessons fine, but she was past this point and I was like, she knows all this. She has done some kindergarten math before. We had switched her to Math with Confidence actually last spring after using The Good and the Beautiful for a little bit. But really, I think I was not really understanding how much math she could do at her age, because she's pretty math minded. Well, I was like, I am going to look at Apologia math because my middle daughter has been using level 3 this year, and I just wanted to see if I thought she could do level 1. Well, I picked up level 1 and she could do it. At the beginning, it kind of starts out basic and reviewing the numbers and different things, and then it builds from there. And she is over halfway done with this. She is not finishing it this school year, but she is doing really well. Honestly, I think her brain processes the math, but sometimes I notice she's tired with writing, so I help her write things, or it just looks pretty messy. She sometimes still writes numbers backwards, but she gets the right answer. I know what she's writing. So she is doing really well with math 1. She knows a lot of her math facts already. So I am just going to continue along with this, but this was a great move. I'm really glad we switched to level 1 for her. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for all kindergartners, but she, like I said, she is repeating kindergarten for the 2nd time, and she was just ready for this. Now, along those lines, you have probably seen some of my updates, but we started her in All About Reading level 1. Maybe last year we started her, maybe this year, I can't remember. So we started her with All About Reading. She was doing really well until it got to, I don't even know how far we got, but it was some blends with like LK at the end of a word and things like that. She was really struggling, and I was like, and she still struggled with sounds of vowels especially, and trying to figure out which vowel to which sound. And I'm like, I just don't know if we should keep going and push her in All About Reading when she is not really firm in all her phonetic sounds. So she is still using reading eggs on her iPad, and that is helping, but I can't remember to be consistent with that all the time. But I wanted to find something that really focused on the phonetic sounds. So mid-year this year, around 2nd semester sometime, we switched her to Logic of English level A. We're just starting from the beginning and just going through it. We haven't, we're about 15 lessons in or so. This one is not very long. It's only about 40 lessons. So we are going to just keep working on it even through the summer, and she's doing really well with it. We review the sounds and she remembers all of the sounds that those letters make. So she's doing really well. I'm really happy with this, and we are going to continue this as of right now. We might switch back to all about reading if I feel like she's at a good point and we have all the levels about all about reading, but I do have level B finally. I did finally get this used. I got level A used, and then I got level B used, so that it's not so much of an investment for me. But some of the other things that I added in at that same time that we kind of made all these switches, one of the things I remembered, I'm like, The Good and the Beautiful has all these, like, has their grades for language arts and for math available for free. And I'm like, I can use this as like some extra printables and practice. I don't have to use the whole curriculum, how it's laid out. I can add in some extras. So I added in some extra practice with some of these pages. I just kind of printed them out, and she's been working on them here and there. And it has been a great extra practice. She still struggles with her B's and D's. And so we've been working on the B and D pages. We've been working on vowel sound pages and just pulling where we need. And I have loved that we have that. Another resource that I found was this Learn by Sticker, and this is beginning phonics. And so it's like those little sticker pages where, let me show you here. She's done this one already, but they do have some activities on one page, and then you fill in the stickers, but there's phonics practice on this side. Like this one is rhyming. And so this is rhyming words, and then actually this is going to be beginning sounds, I think, right there too. So then the stickers are in the back, and she works on both of those. So it's been really good. We don't do it so often, like once a week or so, but she's really enjoyed that. And then another thing that I picked up, I just picked up all the resources. So this is the Critical Thinking Company's Fun Time Phonics. This is, I have said this before, this is similar to their like mathematical reasoning for the younger grades, where it's really just pictures and they don't have to draw on them necessarily. Of course, she does circle most things, but it's very colorful, and you're just kind of going through different words and making sure they know the sounds and things like that. So we're just at the beginning. We've done rhyming now and beginning sounds and things. So she has done really well with this. We do this here and there. The logic of English does not take us very long, and so she has just, we've done that a little bit extra. So, and then she has continued to do handwriting. This is level K from The Good and the Beautiful. She actually started with handwriting without tears, and we were doing it, but I think she was bored, and she has really liked the extras that you get to do with this handwriting, and she has done really well. She's holding her pencil a lot better than she used to, and rarely holds it with her whole fist, and I'm really pleased with her results. She's almost finished with this and moving on to the next level after that. We also have word ladders, and this has kind of been a struggle for her to do this independently. So I have needed to be there because she has not been able to read all of the clues. So I like having word ladders be independent, but I need to just remember that word ladders is not independent with her at this point. But we might use this a little bit more this next school year, and hoping that she can read a little more of the clues, but I will help her with that. We have Explode the Code, and we have not done Explode the Code very often because we've made the switch, but we will probably pick this back up next school year some. Now for geography, I had this left over from the year before, and we have done a little bit in here, but we also received from Timberdoodle the Evan Moore geography skills, and we use that some, especially for learning more about like maps and things for our public virtual school for the learning goals. We will likely pick that back up and use that a little more because I love maps and map work, but we also have geography next school year already planned out. So then we also started the year using the Berenstain Bears Big Book of Science and Nature, and we would read through it. And honestly, we will probably keep going through this because it's been fun to read with her, especially it's like rhyming and fun, and she asks me different questions and things and enjoys it. So we will probably continue with this. We also started her in Adventures in Creation, this science from Masterbooks. This, I had fond memories of doing this with my older girls years ago, and so I was like, oh, this will be fun. I don't know if it was partly like she was doing it by herself. I don't love the Bible stories where they like imagine how it could be and what stories could be, but this was not as much of a hit. She did have some fun, like especially with the coloring. She loves coloring, but we probably won't be picking this back up unless we just want to use some of the coloring sheets in the workbook pages. So that was our science. So that is all that we used for kindergarten, and we are looking forward to first grade. So you can, as you can see, some things we're using next year and some things we are just not picking back up. So I would love to hear what you have used for kindergarten, what worked, and then what you're looking forward to using next year. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I hope you have a great day. Bye.